Hi all, Wise Wolf here, and welcome back to another episode of New Harbour Wildlife Reserve. In today's episode, we will be building for the Australian drop bear. I mean the koala. The koala is a marsupial native to Australia, primarily found in coastal regions of Queensland, New South Wales, and some parts of South Australia. Adult koalas typically stand about 60 to 85 centimeters tall from the head to the base of the tail. Males are generally larger than females, with males weighing around 14 to 16 kilograms, while females are about 8 to 10 kilograms. Koalas have thick grey fur, which helps insulate them from temperature fluctuations. Their fur also has a slight brownish tinge in some regions. Koalas live in eucalyptus forests, and they love to be in the very tops of freshly grown shoots of eucalyptus trees. Their home range can span from 1 to 4 hectares depending on the quality of the eucalyptus forest. Koalas are arboreal, meaning they spend most of their time in the trees. Being herbivores, koalas primarily eat the eucalyptus leaves of the trees they live in. They are very fussy eaters, typically consuming leaves from only about 30 different eucalyptus species out of 800 or so eucalyptus species. They can eat between 500 to 1,000 grams of leaves per day. They are mostly nocturnal, spending their nights eating and moving around. And during the day, they sleep for about 18 to 22 hours to conserve energy, as their diet provides low nutritional value. Female koalas have a gestation period of about 35 days before giving birth to a single joey, which is about the size of a kidney bean at birth, which is roughly 2 centimeters long. After birth, the joey crawls into the mother's pouch and remains there for around 6 months, growing until it is ready to emerge and cling to the mother's back. Let's talk a bit about the physical characteristics of the koala. They have a short, stubby tail that doesn't really serve much purpose in terms of balance, like it does for other marsupial species like the kangaroo. It's mostly vestigial, a remnant from their evolutionary ancestors. They have large, round, fluffy, adorable ears that help them detect sounds in their environment, particularly when they're moving around their habitat. These ears also help dissipate body heat, helping the koala stay cool. Koalas are specially adapted for their arboreal lifestyle. They have sharp claws and opposable thumbs on both their front and back paws, which help them grip onto tree trunks and branches. Their front paws have 2 thumbs, which gives them extra dexterity when climbing. Koalas' territories are generally defined by the number of trees available and the quality of food in the area. Males generally, like other species, have larger ranges than females, as they tend to be solitary, with each individual having its own home range. They communicate with each other using a series of vocalizations and scent markings. A lot of people haven't actually heard the sound of a koala. They're quite strange sounding. So let me play a little sound clip of a koala. It is a really strange grunting noise. Koalas typically mate during the warmer months, between September and March, although mating can occur year-round in some areas. During this time, males produce loud, bellowing calls to attract females and warn off rivals. Koalas typically live to be around 10 to 12 years old, though they can live longer in captivity. Their lifespans are shortened due to threats like disease, vehicle collisions, and habitat destruction. But thankfully, there are conservation efforts working around the clock to help them. Habitat restoration efforts are being made to protect and restore koala habitats by planting eucalyptus trees and creating wildlife corridors, allowing them to safely move between fragmented areas of forest. Many koalas are also rescued and taken into wildlife hospitals after being injured or affected by disease. Organisations like Koala Rescue Queensland and the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital are dedicated to the rehabilitation and release of koalas. This is also Taronga Zoo and Australia Zoo do the same thing. Koalas are also protected by law in Australia. Various states have set up policies to safeguard koala populations, such as regulations on land clearing and development to preserve koala habitats. Koalas are also susceptible to diseases such as chlamydia, which can lead to blindness, infertility, and even death. Another significant concern is the koala retrovirus, which affects the koala's immune system. Now, I just want to clear the air about koalas. A lot of Americans call them koala bears. Koalas are not bears. They are marsupials, which means they carry and nurse their young in a pouch. The reason why people call them koala bears is because us Australians created the urban myth of the drop bear, specifically to scare off tourists and leave our great nation alone. But a drop bear is not real. All it is this gorgeous little koala. So if you ever hear an Australian call them a drop bear, we're joking. If you made it to the end of the video, I'd like to thank you for sticking around. And I'd love to thank you for sticking through this series. If you read the description while listening to me rant on about this, you would have read that some family things have come up, and I'm not sure when the next video will be. I would have loved to have told you that next week we'd be building for the giant anteater, the Baird's tapir, and a little surprise animal. But I can't guarantee that that will be out next week. Too many things are going on in life right now, and it's getting hectic. So, I don't know when I'll see you next. I'd love to still be in touch though, so if you could stay subscribed, and I'll be able to keep you updated on when another video will be out. Until then, please enjoy the last cinematic of this video, and until whenever next time is, peace out.